All right, we are live, and it is once again fun as hell. So happy to be here with you guys live from Texas Beef Traders, right in the heart of Lakeway. So pumped to be here with everybody as we just got done with day 2 of Texas camp. Cody, of course, as you can see, finally made it in town. Cody, how was your flight?
Well,
Everything go okay?
The flight situation, not the best. The meat situation right now, pretty elite, I will say.
Darren, you come to Texas Beef Traders. Darren just creates the board for you here. So yeah, we have elite beef snacks. Of course, before we get started, though, we need to thank our presenting sponsor here on the show, of course, the Man Eye Institute. Make sure and go check them out. Man Eye Institute, See Life Better, 1-844-WOW-2020. Look, if you guys need LASIK, it's the best place to go. One of only 3 in the nation that offers next level LASIK. We're lucky to have them here in Central Texas, and we're lucky that they're the ones that keep this show going on with Cody and I. The Man Eye Institute, thank you so much for your sponsorship, and make sure to go check them out. 1-844-WOW-2020.
One of only 3 in the country helped one of 1 in the country, edge rusher Colin Simmons, who I saw for the first time this year at camp. And oh boy, I mean, we don't got to talk about Colin Simmons because there's not really a ton to talk about with Colin Simmons. But boy, I mean, you can tell he's in All-American shape, and he doesn't got 1 year left. He's got 2 years left. Well, and, I mean, that was like, I looked over. I'm standing next to Alex. We didn't stand next to each other really until like the last 2 minutes of practice, and I was just like, dude, what the hell is that? And it was Colin Simmons.
Well, and I almost said to you at the time, I said, like, make sure and file that away for your column because no one cares about how good like everyone knows how good Colin Simmons is. A couple interesting things happening. What's up to everybody in the live chat? Happy to have you.
We're finally live. They've been asking.
Yeah. Look, we're happy to be back live here with the show here at Texas Beef Traders. Of course, you always get 10% off anytime you come to Texas Beef Traders. And mention that you heard about them on Orange Bloods. Of course, it's a good place to find the Alpha Seasoning. You can find it at alphaseasoning.com, but they do have it at Texas Beef Traders.
There's a thing called shipping on alphaseasoning.com. You don't have to pay shipping if you come to Texas Beef Traders.
Yeah. But even if you have to pay shipping at alphaseasoning.com, it's still worth it. And thanks so much to everybody for selling us out last time and having us go through already 3 cases today. Alphaseasoning.com. So you can use it on anything. All right.
Everything.
A lot to get to from today. The first question is, so
the thumbnail. We have the question. Next man up. There's some injuries.
Or possible, there's just some absences from practice.
Absence is a better way to put it. There's not a lot of distinguished injuries. It's more of absences that have popped up across the field.
Yeah.
I guess notably today when I walked onto the field, again, this is a report that came out yesterday. We know Jonah Williams has been dealing with a hamstring injury thing dating back to baseball. Cade Phillips, according to Sark yesterday, talked about a hamstring. Both of those guys did not practice. Again, they were in their jersey and shorts and cleats, and they went through like the walkthrough stuff. But then when the walkthrough ended, they walk out. They leave the field, probably go do some PT type stuff for their practice. I guess the most notable one to me was that we realized halfway through practice that Ryan Wingo was not the one running slants and looking like an Adonis down the field. That was Michael Terry, number 11, and there was no number 1 on the field. We don't know why. Most likely, we're assuming it's probably summer school type of a situation, right?
I don't know.
But we don't know.
We asked.
He was there yesterday.
We asked the sports information department. He looked like he was fine yesterday. Dude, Onmore might already have a report up about Wingo. So here are the things that happened today. And we don't have the updates on why this is. And I'm going to tell you them right now. But first, I got to say, we don't have mics right now. We're just doing this through the computer. So you guys let us know in the chat if you can't hear anything, or I think we do actually have a mic if we need to plug it in.
We have a mic, but then we'd be sharing a dongle like this.
So if you guys are fine hearing us, then
not straight.
If it sounds weird or whatever, like we can try and fix it. But the no Ryan Wingo today for any of practice. No DJ Campbell today, right guard, for any of practice. We had Travis Shaw, the transfer from UNC, who at a portion of practice he was down for a long time.
On his back for probably 5, 6, 7 minutes.
But Cody and I both got the idea that he was in a far area of the field to where we couldn't really see exactly what was going on. It felt to me maybe heat related.
Yeah.
Because it was hot today in Austin. Like, I'm not sure. Does anybody in the chat know whether it got over 100 degrees today? It certainly felt like it there. And you have a guy like Travis Shaw that comes in from North Carolina who basically comes to Texas, has a mild spring where he doesn't have to work really that much at all because they were holding him back for the knee. And then through the summer, the first summer that I can remember in my adult life, where through June and July, no 100-degree days. And then all of a sudden here, it's like the hottest day that I can remember, certainly for this summer, except for there was one day in May where it got real hot. But it's like it was super, super hot today. With that being said, Cody had a good point. When the trainers got Travis Shaw up, they were doing this stuff with him where they were like having him replicate what it was on the one-man sled, right?
Which makes me think it either could be a back or like a chest, like he over-exerted and then it like made him, again, seemed like it was heat-related, but if it wasn't,
because they were kind of like having him do it, and they were feeling his upper arm and his back right here. So I don't know what it was. Whatever it was, it didn't seem major. We got shooed off before we saw whether he was able to return in any kind of full capacity.
Levon Johnson was the other one that was
Levon Johnson, who was like, dude, before I even noticed that he was wearing like an air cast on his left ankle. Levon Johnson, the Maryland transfer defensive tackle. I was like, why is this guy not going through dynamic stretch? Really?
Yeah.
You know, I'm like, what is he? Is he hurt? And then we saw through the course of practice, he's not really playing much. Do we even care about the Jonah Williams and Cade Phillips stuff? Those guys left a little bit early from practice, but like both of them looked fine during practice at the very beginning. We're gonna keep our eye on all of these things, but I think that the two most important things to consider are Ryan Wingo, and we're gonna try and get a report on him as far as what's going on. Is clearly in the front of everybody's mind. Why was number one not out there? Why was your alpha guy not out there? And then number two, kind of your alpha on the offensive line, man. DJ Campbell, why wasn't he there? And so what happened whenever those two guys are gone, I think is very telling. Like, if that were to happen in the season, what's going to happen? And we saw it today, and we can.
Well, first, like before you say it, like yesterday, I think you had said you potentially thought that Nate Kibble might have been the next guard in line.
Well, no. Well, I do. I think that Nate Kibble would be the next guard in line. But
if the injury happened, like an injury or situation, whatever happened with DJ Campbell today, he wasn't there. If he was hypothetically not there in a game,
right? But
it was not Nate Kibble that moved to right because he's been playing left.
That's not. Then it's always going to be Cole Hudson moving to one of the guards.
But why?
Because Kyle Flood trusts Connor Robertson at center more than he trusts Nate Kibble.
Well, the reason I'm bringing this up is because, like I said, you brought up the Kibble thought yesterday, and then today when I was on with Ketch and Chad, Ketch is like, I did not expect us to be talking about Connor Robertson the second day of practice in any capacity of being on the field. He thought like they would have just left Hudson at center, and then it would have been potentially the Kibble thing moving over to right guard.
Yeah.
Is that what you thought you would have saw?
No, I would.
You thought you would have saw this.
Any time that DJ Campbell is unavailable, and again, we don't know exactly what happened with DJ Campbell today. Maybe Onwar's got the news. Like, the sports information staff didn't have the news. And if you guys have questions, ask it in chat. If you have super chats, ask us in chat, man. We're pumped to be here with you guys live at Texas Beef Traders, where we have been drinking this. What is this? This San Cosme Mezcal. It's from Darren. It's from your where's
Our friend Chris.
Darren? Our friend Chris,
Yeah.
who makes this stuff. His wife's family. It's smoky, delicious, good. You should probably check it out.
Can they get it here or
All the specs.
all the specs?
So here's the report from Anwar. It just came out. A UT spokesperson says Ryan Wingo and DJ King will miss practice on Thursday for personal reasons. So we don't have to worry about it. Here's what we do need to think about. If these injuries were to actually occur during the season, what is it that happens? And here's what it is that happens as far as the offensive line. And look, Cody, let's see what we can sort of take away from this. Okay, so with the offensive line, today's starting offensive line was left tackle Trevor Gooseby, left guard Nato Yamuzolo, center Connor Robertson, right guard Cole Hudson, right tackle Brandon Baker. So what that was Connor Robertson moving from second team center to first team center, Cole Hudson moving from first team center to first team right guard. Okay. What second level effects did that have for the second offensive line? That was left tackle Jaden Chapman, left guard Nate Kibble, center Daniel Cruz, right guard Jackson Christian, whereas yesterday it was Connor Stroh, and then right tackle on Andre Kojo. Okay. Third level effects, the third offensive line. You had left tackle Nick Brooks, left guard Devin Coleman, center Connor Stroh. So Connor Stroh, who is the embodiment of the large humans type of prospect, right? And the one that we said was going to need a lot of work and stuff like that, despite the fact that he just looks just like this guy. He's this giant, just ogre of a man, dude. He looks like he's like a caveman. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Looks like he just comes out of central casting from some movie about
The mountain.
Yeah, like just something like that. He's giant, right? He's playing center with the third group, and then right guard they had a walk on, and then right tackle they had Jordan Coleman. So
6'7" center.
The other thing I'll say is that during it's that mezcal.
Group grills.
During group drills, they also had Jackson Christian taking snaps as well.
He looks good. He looks fine.
And Jackson Christian dude, honestly, I think Jackson Christian, the freshman with the twos today at right guard, honestly,
fit the picture.
With the way that he looks, I think he looks like he fits better than Connor Stroh. And that's just me. It's like they're not in pads yet. They're not hitting each other yet. But Christian moves well. He moves well. You didn't notice a huge difference as far as kind of the way that they were going about things, but you're never going to notice a huge difference when they're not going against this, this Texas defense. So that's how they handled that. As far as how they handled the wide receivers, it's pretty simple what happened. When there was no Ryan Wingo, it was Emmett Mosley the fifth just playing what Ryan Wingo did, and DeAndre Moore was where he normally is. Parker Livingstone is where he normally is, and that was that.
But I mean, can I just say, like, again, I don't have like an expectation that Michael Terry is gonna like day one, day two, day three, day four step into like an X role and replace Ryan Wingo, I should say.
Surpass and replace is kind of like surplace.
But I will say, and I wrote this down and I was going to mention on the show earlier and I kind of forgot, is that my thoughts on Michael Terry, watching Michael Terry today just run routes and catch the football and move upfield, is everybody knows this. Everybody knows Michael Terry is like a freak athlete, played running back, quarterback, receiver, kicker, punter, everything, right? not actually kicker punter, but probably could have. That guy, and I've told you this before, and I know Texas fans won't love hearing this, but Adrian Peterson. I've watched more Adrian Peterson in my life just because I grew up a Viking fan, went to a lot of live games, watched Adrian Peterson run toward me in the end zone multiple times. And a player like that.
Viking season ticket holder.
Yes, in the family for 57 or 58 years. But so I've watched plenty of Adrian Peterson, right? And I've watched plenty of him run toward me. And I watched Michael Terry run toward me today. And there's very few players that you get this feel for when you're doing what we do, which is watching a lot of college football, watching a lot of pro football, pro days, live practice, and things of this nature. But a guy that turns up the field and doesn't have the fastest acceleration, but you can feel almost like the earth shake or move with him to the point where when he hits not the second gear, but the third gear is when he goes from like 19 to 23 miles an hour. And that's the long speed, not the burst, that I really noticed with Michael Terry. And I was like, ooh, that reminded me of last year when Ryan Wingo took that jet sweep. Was it 50 or 75 yards?
It was.
And it was like, it wasn't the fastest thing, but when he went, it was like, woo, and he was gone.
Yeah.
And I saw that in Michael Terry today after making a catch and going upfield. And Chris Jackson runs these drills really great. I mean, he runs alongside these guys half the time, critiquing them.
He's fired up, man.
You cut that thing off at 9 yards. It should have been 10.
Yeah.
Why did you do that? Things like this, right? And I love that. And I just thought Michael Terry, I was like, man, this guy, you can tell. Lockett looked good too. French looked good too. I thought McCutcheon had a good day. I think he's going to play some punt returner. But Michael Terry, that's just like one of those things that you see. It's like that's next level stuff. And I wonder if in this situation, next man up, if a Wingo wasn't available in the situation, Terry looks like it's a guy that could fit right into that exact role.
No, dude, I think that Terry was so. Esron is saying that he's confused as to where Michael Terry will end up position-wise.
Playing receiver.
Well,
period.
He's playing receiver, but it's a nuanced discussion, right? It's also a nuanced discussion just about Texas beef traders, where we are here live. It's like, is it a
meat shop?
Is it a meat shop? Is it a butcher shop? Is it a commune for like-minded souls? Is it a
patio?
Is it just a place for an afternoon getaway? Like what exactly is Texas beef traders
in the shade?
And I'll tell you, it's all of those things. I've seen the plans. They're revamping the whole front porch here. They have this, Darren. What's this Brazilian?
The asado grill.
The asado grill.
With the pulley.
Starting,
Crank.
I got big news. I'm gonna break news here on the show.
Breaking news? Do we have a sound effect?
Starting a week from tomorrow, a week from Friday, you're going to be able to come into the Texas Beef Traders on Fridays.
Which is like what we usually do.
And you're going to be able to, like, you're going to come here and eat dinner. You're going to be able to come here and have your meal. You're going to have a guy like Darren be able to like hand select your steak, your hand cut steak that has no vaccines, no weird shots, none of these antibiotics, nothing like this. Man, it comes from 90 miles away. You're going to be able to watch this thing cooked, and you're going to have all this other stuff, dude. I'm looking here at what we have, and I see like blue cheese that comes from Houston, Texas. I see the different things that they do here. I see this nice meat board that's been cut up for us. I see the alpha seasoning that they have here in stock. It's all local. You're gonna get food cooked up for you like that. They have all the wine in the. I'm looking here. Look behind us. Like there's a ton of wine here. So starting Friday, come up on Fridays. Tell Darren that we sent you. Just say, Darren,
all season long.
We just want to do the thing.
Yep.
Darren will know what you mean.
15% off Dunlops.
Oh, and 15% off the steaks that are the Dunlap steaks. They are the
What kind of BS is that?
Yeah.
The
Well,
Dunlap.
you need a steak.
I don't even know if there's a steak that starts with a C.
Well,
Yeah. Okay.
The
So
cut, the center.
my favorite steak up here, the Del Monaco. He's not telling me 15% off, but it's 10% off everything that you ever want here at Texas Beef Traders. That's for one single steak or one single thing of ground beef to one whole cow. Okay.
What?
Texas Beef Traders, TexasBeefTraders.com.
They got
Make sure
local
to check
eggs
it
up
out.
here too.
Right there, right here
Yeah.
in the heart of
That
Lakeway.
farms between San Marcos and New Braunfels.
Right around the hood.
Okay, Esron says he missed the segues. All right, so he said, so basically Esron says he's confused about Michael Terry. And this is what I got from Chris Jackson when we were able to talk with the coordinators, and I was sitting there just bugging him about these kinds of questions the whole time and just drilling down, like, what is Michael Terry's role? So basically Texas has two different slot roles. One is called an H and one is called an R. And the H role is a role where you can, where you are where you're the adjustable player, right? Where you can move from side to side. You can you can be on either side. They can motion you. They can orbit you. They can do all the rest of the stuff. Your typical slot role. It's what DeAndre Moore plays, right? But there's also this other slot role, which is called the R. And that is when they get into a lot of these two-back sets that they get into, where it's like a slot / running back type of player, right? To where, you know, to one side, you'll be the number 3 wide receiver. So the way that the defense counts wide receivers, right? The farthest out's the 1, the next one in be at the slot, or the tight end is the 2, and then the running backs, or what they call here would be the R, is the number 3, right? You're going to be on defense what they call number 3. And from there, you can get handoffs, you can get sweeps, you can motion out, you can do all this stuff. That role right now is the role that Ryan Niblett is in, and a role that he's going to be featured in this year.
Featured's a strong word.
Well, I mean, you don't think he's going to be kind of featured? He kind of looks to me like he is.
Niblett?
Yeah. I mean, not like featured like Bijan Robinson or something, but
I didn't pay attention to that, but I'm
okay,
saying I didn't
all right,
expect
so
that.
Ryan Niblett.
It's his defined role.
Over under 15%
It's a
snap
Keelan
counts.
role. It's his Keelan
Yeah,
role.
well, so okay, so like, yeah,
That's fair.
Keelan Robinson-esque, right? So Michael Terry had been doing that, right? They had told him that you know, if you're gonna get on the field, what Chris Jackson says, you have to learn all the spots. It's why Parker Livingstone right now is still running ahead of like an Emmett Mosley that comes in and has more college production than him. It's like he knows how to play all the Parker Livingstone today, playing out of the slot, playing outside, you know, all the rest. I said, well, that dude, Michael Terry, think about it, going back to San Antonio when he was in high school, and he's like this, looks like this Derrick Henry kind of runner. You're like, why would you not have him as some kind of thing where he can play slot and he can play R and he can, you know, this R role? This sounds like the perfect role. It's like slot, big slot. You get him a two-way go against these nickel corners, these safeties, if you want to use him in the passing game. But also, you want to hand him the ball, dude. Like he's a big menace and a beast. And Chris Jackson's like, yeah, but to be able to get on the field, he needs to learn all the positions. I have good news today, Cody. I think you might have saw it. Michael Terry was lining up outside. It was the first time I've seen it.
Well, that Wingo was out.
Because Wingo was out. So, could it? I mean,
I think Michael Terry's going to be a dog.
He looks good, huh? Who's on your all look good team? Oh, look, we have a super chat. Oh, Money B with the super chat. Thank you, brother. Appreciate the live show. After 2 practices, Alex, what is the one thing that surprised you? One thing you're excited about? Well, the thing that surprised me the most yesterday was that Grayson Littleton was starting at the nickel corner, but that's not very sexy or exciting for anybody. And we didn't know even whether that even held up today because we got to see no team period stuff. Do you know what surprised me, man? Is that to me, if CJ Baxter wasn't wearing a big knee brace on his leg and I didn't know that he was hurt, I'd be like, and you asked me, is that guy hurt or rehabbing? I'd be like, I don't notice. Did you notice anything with him? Any limps? Any inabilities to cut? Anything? And I know they're not in pads. And look, I know that when you think about CJ Baxter, you're like, okay, well, if he is still coming back and he's still recovering from this, devastating surgery, why push him? Because okay, Ohio State's clearly a big deal, but then you got 3 games in a row and then a bye week before Florida. You got after this, you got 5 more weeks to make sure that he gets healthy.
I wouldn't let Baxter take a carry until Florida.
Dude, to me, he looks fine though.
Don't need him.
He looks okay.
That's bad phrasing. I don't think that they need him to take carries and put wear on his body in a 17-game season.
But will you admit that he looks fine?
I think he looks fine.
I think
he looks better than Derek Williams looks.
Will you admit that he looks good?
Yes.
He looks like he's fine. He
looks like he'd go up there and take carries today.
And I don't mean fine fine is in saying he looks like a fine running back, because we all know he's a very good running back. What I'm saying is his level of health to me looks like he's I'd be just play the guy. But then I'm not his doctor or whatever, but I was worried the first day. I'm well, they're not letting him take any cuts or anything like that. Dude, I looked today in the golf drill. He's cutting off that thing. And he's wearing a big brace. I get it. You got to take it slow, but yeah, man. I mean, coming into this, the fact that CJ Baxter, and especially, man, coming from me, is that I've never been a dude that was always been just a huge CJ Baxter stan. I've never have been. But I go out there. I'm man, this guy's good. He looks good. So that's honestly really surprising to me. The one thing I'm most excited about is the
Jaden Chapman at back swing tackle.
I think Kojo's your swing tackle. I like Chapman. I was excited to see.
I think Chapman looks more dual able. I don't think they have a proper swing, because I think both guys will probably just be the backups. But I think Jaden looks more dual able.
Yeah.
I think he's more physically prepared and athletically prepared to play both sides.
Are you mentally prepared for Poncho Outdoors to be dropping their new what is it called the South Zone camo?
We shouldn't tell everybody that. We should just tell them to go to Poncho. We gotta keep the shirt for us. I gotta get a shirt.
I'm worried. I'm worried that
it's gonna sell out in 4 minutes.
This camo looks different, man. I wish we had a picture of it ready for you. It's this South Texas style camo where it's dusty, sandy, kind of sage brushy. It's an awesome pattern. It's the first time that I'll be actually buying poncho stuff to actually wear to my buddy's ranch in South Texas. Shout out Big Rusty over on Orange Bloods, man. I can't wait to get back down there. But it's you look at it and you're like, dude, it is it's the perfect pattern for being down there, for walking those senderos and being down there for it. I think, Cody, are you putting this up here?
This is how we do shit on the fly in the 21st century, homie.
Stuff on the fly. Swear jar.
What'd I say?
I think you said another word. Look at that pattern. That's a killer looking shirt from Poncho.
It kind of looks like me, but look at my shoulder extended on there.
I'm telling you, man, it's Cody, whatever you hunt in South Texas, you got these big, because it
looks like the desert ground.
Because all those, but see, you have that kind of, you have the sort of the mesquite brush sort of stuff, and you have to bush hog those mesquite trees to create what they call senderos, to where you just have these lines to where when the animals walk out through them, you can have shots at them. And it's just I haven't ever been more pumped about a poncho product launch. So thanks so much to Poncho Outdoors, and thanks so much to all of our great sponsors. Of course, Man Eye Institute, the presenting sponsor here on Orange Bloods and on our show that keeps us afloat here. All right, Cody. So was I going to get to a question?
I think you were. That's why I was going back to the chat.
It was.
Well, you got another super. Or did you ever answer the end of the Money B thing? You said what the one thing you were most excited for? Did you say that? I don't think you did.
Okay. I'm most excited for the fact that Texas has a defensive line where I can't really tell which one of these guys is going to be best or which one's going to be super good or whatever. But these dudes are massive. I looked at Cole Brevard today. I'm like, man, this guy, I get Hassan Ridgeway vibes from this dude. And I just imagine
From who? From Brevard?
Yeah, and I'm just like, he's stiff, he's big, he's kind of like, and Hassan Ridgeway, by the way, a regular up here at Texas Beef Traders, right in the heart of Lakeway, Loman's Crossing, 620. I think to myself, I'm like, man, he's big, he's muscle bound, he's probably a little bit stiff, but imagine
trying to move.
Imagine trying to move him, especially if you have this with all these guys, with the January and Murad Watson and Travis Shaw, and these guys are giant, and Cole Brevard and Levon Johnson and Josiah Sharma and Melvin Hillis. And
I think you're forgetting one. You're good. I was going to say, which one do you think plays the most snaps this year?
I think it'll be Brevard and Murad Watson.
Hero Canoe. It's
another one. Like these guys are going to be coming in waves, and I think it's going to be interesting to see. It's like, okay, for 3 snaps here, I've been dealing with Hero Canoe, and he looks like he's in good shape, and he doesn't weigh as much, and he's got long arms, and he's got good hand moves, and I've been dealing with Murad Watson, who's got a lot of twitch, and he's a B-gap penetrator, and I'm a little bit gassed as an offensive lineman, and now in comes Cole Brevard, right? In comes Josiah Sharma.
And they're just
leaning
on you.
What like a deflating feeling you would have. I've like as an offensive lineman.
Or the opposite,
like,
having
after
Brevard
all,
then getting speed from a Canoe.
Exactly. It's just saying, how am I going to change this? Because dude, they're 8 deep.
Yeah.
With good players. 9 deep. Is it 8 or 9?
I think you count Sharma in there. I count Sharma in there.
It's just whether or not you count what 33 Myron Charles. So 8 or 9 deep, dude. So
9 without Johnson. Johnson's been limited today. 9 of them they had running through everything. That's deep at D tackle.
Yeah. So thank you, Money.
A lot of questions in the chat. We appreciate all you guys. We got another super chat from Pray for Your Church.
Thank
$10.
you, super chat, and we certainly agree, dude. A prayer goes up for your church as it does for mine. Didn't see any updates on the forum to the secondary depth chart today. Wilson, Black, Williams, any news? We did not get to see any team periods, so there's no updates. Cody has an interesting theory about what might have been happening with the Grayson Littleton stuff yesterday. As far as I didn't watch secondary really much at all.
I didn't watch secondary a lot because secondary was like on the far side of the field, which is not the easiest place to see from. And they came back and forth. I saw them up close, and I will say my theory and my thought around the Grayson Littleton thing is, first off, seeing him in person, I will say this. He is prepared to play today. He's a guy that I think that they could believe could go out there and could physically deal with it. Now
he looks grown up.
He looks grown up. He looks
right,
which is vastly different than kind of expectation off of film and coming into fall.
Vastly different.
I was like, this guy.
Our evals on, dude. It goes to show you evals off of huddle, even though
they're tough.
Yeah, dude. College coaches, college GMs, they give offers off of huddle.
Yep.
Evals off of huddle are bad.
Deceptive.
You can't.
I don't think they're bad. They're deceptive.
Yeah, I think with Littleton, man, I'm like, man, like for a guy that you look at, you're like, I guess he's a take.
Correct.
And then you get him out there, you look at him, you're like, oh, God, of course he's a take.
So my thoughts around the Littleton thing is, first off, with that, he is physically prepared to be out there. They would not put him out there if he was not mentally prepared to deal with the situations to put him in. He looks the part. 2 is, I saw Derek Williams today, who also had a knee brace on. His gait does not look 100%, and gait is walking pattern for those, whatever.
Thanks for letting him know.
Well, if I say gate, they might be like, "What? You say he's another word that starts with that letter and doesn't end right?" So, listen,
Oh gosh.
I don't know if Derek Williams is 100%. My theory is that we heard a lot about Johnny McDonald playing in the nickel. We heard some about Michael Taft being in the nickel. The coaches talked about the other day about, well, we got Michael Taft working a little bit in here. Why?
Which is cockamamie.
Which is
It makes
cockamamie.
no sense.
It's more about, I think, like a chess thing, a 5-tool thing. There's 5 different positions. You want these guys to play across all 5 of them. Taft would be one of those guys. Jelani potentially also. Is that if Derek Williams is not 100%, why on the first day of camp would I put him back there if he's not 100%? I would put Jelani back there, and then in the nickel, who's the next man up? It's Littleton in that rotation of all these guys.
But honestly, that says a lot about Littleton.
Correct.
It says it's like
not a detriment on him being like, oh, he's the sixth man.
It's like we're saying, well, like, I mean, he's the 6th man up, and he was a guy that we weren't even thinking would be here in the spring, and he was at the, we talked so much about the recruiting class, and all the talk was about the Jonah Williams of the world, and and all the rest of these guys. He's at the very bottom of the list. You go to one of these lists, like Texas team recruits, scroll down, and what you see is what you see is Grayson. You got to scroll down to get to Grayson Littleton's name. You really do. I think it goes to show that in-person evals are important. Relationships in these areas, places like Florida, places like Louisiana, places like Georgia, are important for people to say, like, dog, come on, you got to come see Grayson. But whatever the recruiting industry thinks, it shouldn't. That's not. You shouldn't be going to read what the Rivals guy says about this guy. Come on and check him out. Come and meet him. And those are the kind of wins that you get on the margins, where you're like, all the catches, super blue chip stuff. For every super blue chip, guess who the freshman who's out there with, like, it could have been a lot of these guys. It could have been a lot of them. But no, it's Grayson Littleton. So do I think he's going to roll out there at Star versus Ohio State? No.
Against Carnell Tate. Tough eggs.
Tough, man. Gonna have to put him in a.
JD loves the gate talk.
Gonna have to put him in a blender. We got Football Junkie ask how Trey Moore looks. What Trey Moore is doing is he is lining up in the nickel base with the second team linebackers, but basically whenever they go to ones and they go to this substitution work, what he's doing is he's playing Sam linebacker. He's playing an overhang linebacker. He's an outside linebacker. He's going to be a situational player. Whenever he goes in, the nickel corner comes out. And to me, he's looked really good as far as just kind of, in the drills that we've seen, being able to turn his hips, run up the seam with tight ends, do stuff like that. I think it's going to be very helpful for his stock as far as an NFL player to kind of show that stuff as a part, because we're talking about a dude that lines up in a 2-point stance off the edge, right? As opposed to a guy that lines up with his hand in the dirt off the edge. He's coming in for the quarterback. Well, in a 2-point stance, you can still come for the quarterback.
Yeah.
Ask
and Trey Moore, two of the best.
Ask any of the best pass rushers that have ever existed, right? Like half of them come out of a 2-point stance. But it also allows you to be like, all right, well, here comes this tight end up the seam. I got to turn. I got to run with this guy. Here's this. We talked about it earlier. The number 1, number 2, the number 3 wide receiver. What about the number 3 wide receiver on a wheel route? Can I run with this? Can I take a good angle to be able to get in this running back's hip pocket by the time he hits the line of scrimmage to where I can get in a trail technique with him? And here, to me, he looks fast enough. He looks good enough to do it. I think it'll be helpful for his pro stock. So that's kind of how he looks so far. Anything else you want to get off your chest before we get out of here, Cody? I know we have to shout out Texas Beef Traders. Make sure to come here. 10% off. Mention Orange Bloods. Come see Darren. Come check the place out, dude. It's the best. It's the best. I think it's the best store in America for everything they have. Loman's Crossing, 620 in Lakeway. A great time, great place. It's more than just a store. It's a complete experience.
Best ribeye this side of the sky.
You can pick up some Alpha Seasoning while you're here. Alpha Seasoning. If you can't make it into Lakeway, Go to alphaseasoning.com. Thanks to Poncho Outdoors. Thanks to Specs, Wine, Spirits, and Finer Foods. We could not do any of this without them. And, of course, thanks to our presenting sponsor, the Man Eye Institute. See Life Better. 1-844-WOW-2020. 844-WOW-2020. See Life Better with Man Eye Institute. Cody, any final thoughts?
I was just going to see if you liked my hypothetical front seven.
Hypothetical front, like the starting front seven?
No. This is just my dream front seven in whatever situation you want to put them in. But this is from like a get off the bus situation. I get off the bus. I see Texas's defense is lined up.
The get off the bus front
we got
seven.
A corner. We got a corner. We get a safety. You get a safety. But I want your front seven. You ready? This is my front seven. You can tell me yours after. Nose tackle, Cole Brevard.
Yep.
3 tech, Travis Shaw.
Get off the bus. Well, yeah. Okay.
5 tech. For size, I'm going to go Sharma. If I was being realistic, I would go Canoe, but I'm going to put Sharma there for size because I want 340 pounders right there. I want 1,000 pounds. I want 1,000 pounds, 3 wide on the interior. Then
1,000 pounds to the strong side of the formation.
1,000 pounds over here. Nose or 4 eye. 3 and then a 4 eye on the opposite side. That's what I want.
This is cockamamie. They're never going to do anything like that.
Listen. Okay, line them both up in 3s. This is what I want. Nose, Brevard. 3 Shaw. Put them in a 3 on this other side too. Put Sharma in there. I want 1,000 pounds up the middle. I want Simmons on the edge.
You go. What do you? You go to an old school 5-man eagle front.
Listen, I want Simmons off the edge. I want Spence off the other edge.
Spence.
Listen. I went up to work with the 5, and then I want Hill and Moore straight behind. That's 7. So we go Brevard, Shaw, Sharma, 1,000-pound middle. Your 2 outside edges in wide 9s, Spence and Simmons. We're bringing 5.
Yeah.
And then we got Hill and Moore at backer. This is like a 3rd and 14 situation.
3rd and 14.
Yeah.
With all those,
I want those
fat guys.
I want the beef to just combust, like bring this. The focal point of all 5 offensive linemen is these 3 dudes, and so you got like one arm going out to Simmons, one arm going out to Spence, and it's a race around the edge. You got a running back that tries to get it up, but when you might have a tight end there, and
1,000 pounds of what?
Dancing bears. I love that. Dancing bears. And then you got Hill and Moore just doing their thing back there. You can put LaFau if you want for more, but I just think that again, not realistic. It's a hypothetical wish casting situation. Think about it though. From a realistic perspective, never going to happen. From a dream, put it on the video game situation. I'm going to go home. I'm going to create a 5-2 defense, 5-2 tight, and we're going to run that. And I'm going to dominate on the video game.
Not versus 3rd and 14.
We got a super chat.
Money B saying that we missed a super chat.
Right here.
I'm not sure we did.
Football junkie.
How did Trey Moore look? I thought we talked about how Trey Moore.
That was
looked.
up there though. Click on that one. We didn't click on that one before. Football junkie.
Didn't we ask how did Trey Moore look?
No. Well, that was a different question. But then he said, "How much do you think he'll play?"
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So we talked about how he looked.
Going into secondary depth.
I think that
Secondary depth.
We did.
Did you clear that one?
it's about secondary depth. Oh yeah. We answered the secondary depth super chat. I think because we
got
talked
super
about
chat from Money B. We get that one. We got from Pray for Your Church,
Yeah.
and then Football Junkie. We got 3 of them. That was the 3rd one.
Okay, so yeah, Trey Moore. So the second part of it, you think he'll actually play linebacker? I honestly think that he is not going to play inside linebacker. I think that the second inside linebackers in a true nickel base for Texas are Ty Anthony Smith and Bo Barnes.
Behind LaFau and Hill.
Yes, and I think that Trey Moore is a starter all on his own at the Sam linebacker. All right? Love you guys, man.
45 minutes. We did a live show.
We've enjoyed doing a live show again. So happy to be here with you guys. Happy for the Man Eye Institute. We're so happy for Texas Beef Traders. Happy for the Alpha Seasoning, alphaseasoning.com, or right here in store at Texas Beef Traders. Okay. Thank you guys for selling us out and for making me pack 2 cartons up earlier this morning after we sold out and got the new box in. Thank you to Specs Wine, Spirits, and Finer Foods. Thank you to Poncho Outdoors. Love you guys, man. We'll see you soon. For Cody, I'm Alex. We're done.
And we're done.